Fixed index annuity versus variable annuity is basically the financial version of Coke versus Pepsi. Everyone swears a choice is better, but usually only one matches your appetite. Here's the thing though. Fixed index annuities and variable annuities can both be good fits, but if you choose the wrong one, you could feel stressed, frustrated, and like you're locked into a contract that doesn't fit you well. However, by the end of this video, you're going to know the clear differences, the pros and the cons, and know which one best fits your retirement appetite. Now, let's start with the safer side, the fixed indexed annuity. Now, one of the things that makes a fixed indexed annuity so attractive is the protection from market loss. When the stock market goes down or crashes, the insurance company that you have your contract with guarantees to protect the money to retain its current value. So what that means, if you had, for example, $100,000 into a fixed index annuity, and that year the market crashes and it does negative 20%, you still have your account balance of $100,000. Now, one of the other things that's nice is that you're able to invest into an index, which is basically a whole bunch of companies in one investment program. And the insurance company that you have your annuity contract with will invest into these companies and you get to participate in the interest. It's actually the insurance company's money, but since you have a contract with them, they're going to share the profits of that index with you. Now, I want you to think about it this way. It's like Netflix, where you don't own the movies, but you've always got something safe to watch. No big surprises and no disasters either. So like Netflix, in a fixed index annuity, you don't own the actual stocks or the investment. It's the annuity company that gives you the annuity contract that owns them. And they let you choose an index to invest in, but they own the investment. And what they'll do is allow you to participate in earning interest alongside with them, and they'll credit you interest depending on how well the index does. Now, there's a lot of different indexes you can choose to invest in your annuity contract, like the S&P 500, that's one of the main ones, the Russell 2000, the MLSB. Those are all really popular indexes, but every annuity company allows you to invest into different indexes or indices. Now, there's also an option, if you don't want to do an index, you can invest your money into a fixed account as well too, that's based off current interest rates. Now, that guaranteed option doesn't get as much interest most likely as one of the other indexes will get, because it's the insurance company who will give you a fixed amount, almost like a CD where they guarantee a specific rate. Here's the thing though. While this sounds great and dandy that they have guaranteed protection from down markets, plus you're able to invest into an index, and they're tax deferred, meaning you don't pay taxes until you take money out of a fixed indexed annuity, and you have the ability to turn on lifetime income, the gotcha is they have cap rates and they have participation rates on the interest you earn. So what does that mean? You see, a cap rate essentially is you're capped at how much interest you can earn when you invest into an index. You see, if you were to invest into the S&P 500 through your annuity contract, if the market did 10% that year in the S&P 500, you would only get, in that example, 4%. The other 6% would go to the insurance company that gave you the annuity contract. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but that's the price for the guarantees that they offer. And what a participation rate, it's a percentage of the growth that happens in an index that gets credited to your account. So for example, let's say you were to invest through your annuity contract into the Russell 2000 index, and it's on a 50% participation rate. Well, if it did 10% that year, 50% of it, meaning half of it, goes to you. So you would get 5%, and the annuity contract company would get 5% as well too. And so that's the cost to the guarantees of a fixed index annuity. It's not fees, it just happens to come out on the back end. So the key takeaways of a fixed indexed annuity are guaranteed principal, which means you don't take market losses when the stock market goes down. You retain your account balance value. The other thing is that there's no market exposure because the insurance company or the annuity contract company has the investment. Plus, this is tax deferred, which means you don't pay taxes on the growth each year like a lot of other investments, because you get taxed only when you take money out of your annuity. Plus, for a small fee, you're able to turn on lifetime income that will last your whole life. because when you're taking out income, you might not be getting a lot of interest. And so your account balance could be slowly going down based off how much you're withdrawing. Well, an insurance company with an annuity contract can actually guarantee that you receive the same dollar amount every single month for your whole life, even if your account balance goes down to $0. Now, for a really deep dive on fixed index annuities, make sure to click the video above me so that you could watch this video where it actually goes really deep into fixed index annuities, how the indices work, how the credit strategies work, and more about how the guaranteed income works. Now, let's talk about this extra spicy option, the variable annuity. So with variable annuities, you get direct market exposure. And so your account can grow significantly faster, but it can also fluctuate a lot more as well. Now, here's the con with variable annuities is that the fees are going to be a little bit higher than a fixed index annuity because since you're able to earn 100% of the interest from the investments, you're able to make a lot more money. Now, there is a cost to actually have investments, plus the annuity company is going to charge its fee as well too. And so usually with both of those fees put together, it's going to be somewhere around maybe a 2% fee every single year, and it's 2% of the account balance every single year. Now, if the investments are performing well every single year, that's very small compared to what you're able to gain. Plus, variable annuities, just like fixed index annuities, are tax deferred, meaning you don't pay any taxes at all until you take money out of them. Plus, these are eligible for that lifetime income benefit that I spoke about earlier. Usually for around a 1% annual fee, you can have guaranteed lifetime income as well. Now, I like to think of variable annuities like fishing in open water, like in a big lake or maybe even the ocean. When you could go to a small river and maybe catch a lot of small fish, you could instead go out and catch one of these big bad boys right here. This is a real picture, and this was the first time I ever caught a fish this big. If you look here, I couldn't hold it up with one hand. I had to hold it up with two. And man, this was a battle reeling in this fish. We had a boat anchored down, and it was still pulling us while I was trying to reel it in. But you see, there's nothing like catching one of these big bad boys. By the way, if you know what kind of fish this is, then go ahead and post it in the comments below this video, and I'd be really impressed if you did know what it was. So here's the key takeaways of a variable annuity. They do have investment risk. You get 100% of the gains or 100% of the losses, but you have more potential for growth because of that. They're also tax deferred, meaning you don't pay taxes until you take money out of the contract, and they do have potential to have lifetime income like I mentioned earlier. Now, for a full in-depth guide on variable annuities, how the investment works, how the fees work inside of them, click the video above and you could watch our full tutorial on variable annuities explained. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, a fixed index annuity or a variable annuity could be good depending on an individual's situation. And it reminds me about when I once had a client who, anytime the market sneezed, these guys would go in panic mode. And they were like that. This couple was like that for over 30 years investing in the stock market. Once we helped them get their variable annuity contract, they were able to sleep knowing at least they had guaranteed income and they had someone watching their investments for them. And so either one can work. It just depends on which one's the right fit for you. Now let's recap the differences between the two together. So the pros of a fixed indexed annuity is its guaranteed principal protection from down market because there's no market exposure. They're tax deferred, so you don't pay taxes until you take money out, and they also have the potential for lifetime income. The cons is the growth is capped and it won't keep up with the high stock market growth. On variable annuities, you do have that investment risk, but there's also more potential for growth. Plus, it's tax deferred, meaning you don't pay taxes on it until you take money out, and you have the potential for lifetime income. The cons are the market losses and higher fees and potentially more stress. I feel like a freaking doctor reading you the side effects of a prescription right now, but neither one is bad. It's just which one fits you. Now, here's the bottom line. Fixed index annuities equal protection with modest growth, while a variable annuity equals more growth potential but higher risk and fees. Once you know that, you can choose confidently instead of guessing. Now you know the differences between a fixed indexed annuity and a variable annuity. And if you're still unsure on which one best fits you, I created a free tool that you could use, and it asks 5 very simple questions. You just click the answer that's most appropriate to you, and it tells you which one would be a better fit for you. So click the video above me here to get access to it, or you could actually click the link in the description below this video. It's 100% free, and it's an awesome tool you don't want to miss out on. So click the video above me to get your tutorial and access to the free tool.